and I just wanted to show off how well they look down the sights. So that was the first thing I wanted to try. On the sights where he's like laying on the ground, kind of like a soldier, and it actually does look pretty cool. You could picture this like on a mountaintop or something like that.
Sean Solo Beat.
Hey, what's going on? It's Sean Solo 8, and I'm back with another Star Wars The Vintage Collection action figure review. Today we'll be looking at two of the new Stormtroopers from Hasbro, and these ones, crazy, they were Walmart exclusive, and I missed out on them the first time they were available. I was very lucky to get them on Entertainment Earth, and when I seen them up for pre-order, I snagged two immediately, and they came about a month later. Now, as you know, we are very familiar with this card back already. We've seen it several times. I do believe it's the same as the original vintage figure. You can see it just comes with his blaster and, according to a lot of people, the holster finally. Now, this card back is actually pretty darn thick, which is cool. And on the back, you can see the way that he comes in. I did snag me R2-D2 and a few other ones that were available on Entertainment Earth. There still are quite a few of them available on there. You can see this one is VC231, but without further ado, let's open these guys up, see how they pose, and let's take a closer look. Boom! Here's our vintage collection Stormtroopers out of their packages, and I just wanted to show off how well they look down the sights. So that was the first thing I wanted to try, and yes, they do look awesome. You can see they pose absolutely everywhere. The ankle rockers are amazing. They can both stand on the turntable without tipping over. It just absolutely blows my mind how they would make the Stormtrooper a store exclusive. You can see the holster looks absolutely awesome just dangling down there, but these guys are awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and throw them in a couple more poses, but yeah, I am definitely satisfied, and I may pick up a few more. I know I've got the one with the cannon and a few other ones, but these are the only ones that I have on the single cards, and yeah, I would highly recommend them. Here's a different look at the Stormtrooper. As you can see, yeah, I wanted to see if he can look down the sights where he's like laying on the ground, kind of like a soldier. And it actually does look pretty cool. You could picture this like on a mountaintop or something like that. And I know they're not the sharpest shooters out there. And of course, the kneeling down Stormtrooper is pretty cool too. But, you know, props to Hasbro. This is a 3.75-inch figure. This is not even close to a 6-inch. And they absolutely did rock these guys. I'm going to throw them in just one more pose. And here's the troopers in just a normal kind of pose, where this guy is typically like you'd see him in the TV show, how they blast their rifles, and this guy's just at attention. And again, I think they're great. You can see it looks like the canisters on their backs are a little bit darker on these versions. I know I've seen in other videos these guns do fit in the holster as well. I'm going to go ahead and bring these guys up a little bit closer, but first I do want to stand them up next to Darth Vader and see how he looks with Vader. And for a height comparison, here he is with Darth. Here they are with the Dark Times Darth Vader in the background, which if you haven't picked that guy up, do not snooze on him. He comes with so many accessories. I know they'll probably have another one here in the future, but yeah, very, very must-own figure right there. Here he is with, I believe this one is, yeah, Luke Stormtrooper in disguise. So the new ones, whoa, actually look a little bit taller. Again, yeah, this one is the Stormtrooper in disguise, Luke, versus the new, much wider version than the older one. And I do have some other troopers. I can't quite find his blaster, but this is the Rogue One version. Let's go ahead and pop this one down. Set him up on the turntable next to the new version. Well, the Mandalorian Remnant Trooper, right? Ooh. To give you an idea how they look, but pretty much identical. Let's take a closer look at one of these Stormtroopers. Of course, you know, the new ankle rocker articulation is just fantastic. Let me zoom in on this so we can see what I'm looking at. There we go. Of course, yeah, the addition of ankle rockers is just phenomenal. As you can see, these are on a peg here, and when you stand them up, you know, they just don't look right at all. But the new one, yeah, the head looks down about that far. It is just on a ball and peg. Let's see if I can pop it off. Yeah, you can see just a little peg in there. And it does actually want to tilt different directions if you move it a little bit better there. So you could do some head swaps on this if you have a ball and peg. The arms pop out about that far. He does have a single jointed elbow, and it can actually tweak up more if you tilt it the other way. But it just doesn't look right, but that's about as high as it gets. The hinges are just incredible on this. Look at that. Insanity. And yeah, the blaster is what we're used to already. And you can see they do fit in the holster pretty fine too. As far as side articulation, yeah, plenty of side to side, lots of tilt back and forward. For 3.75, these are just dynamite. You can see the side mold. It doesn't look like an all new mold, just definitely better legs. You can see these have the old school legs in there. These ones have the new like ball socket. Or no, these are the same, aren't they? Yeah, these new ones are the same as the older legs, but have an upper swivel cut, single jointed knees. Of course, you have the addition of ankle rockers. And I know people do complain about the peg holes on the feet. Let me just check it with the stands that I use. Now here's the stands that I use. I believe these are Ian stands, where you just plug those in. And yeah, you can see a little bit of a gap, but they still work fine. But you know, with the ankle rockers, you really don't need a stand anymore. Lots of pivot, lots of bend in the foot. But yeah, the stomach looks all the same. The belt looks all the same. The back, there is some nice new color on the back of the new Trooper. And yeah, the rest looks the same. So overall, a fantastic job. I'm definitely digging them. If you enjoyed today's video, kindly throw a thumbs up on it. Check out one of these ones on the screen, and I will see you guys in the next video.